Howdy, howdy.
Good
Hi.
morning. How are you
Hi.
going?
Doing fantastic. Good to see everybody out there in the chat already. This is awesome. Fine Sunday. What time is it right now for you, Lindy?
It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Monday morning here. Yeah, week started for me.
Wow. Wow. And you haven't been on, you weren't on last Sunday because you were doing way funner things.
I took Carnivore Ray to the wildlife park and we were playing with some kangaroos and petting koalas and yeah, we had a good time. So yeah. And here he got a kiss from a dingo. Yeah, he had a good time. So
I didn't
we
even
like
know that was
the
possible.
animals here. The dingoes even gave him a kiss. So didn't eat him.
I didn't know that was on the option list to get a catch from a dingo.
Yeah, they've got lots of different encounters. I wanted to do a kookaburra encounter, but they were booked out. But you get to feed them, yeah, rats, which is a bit yucky. But anyway, they land in your arms. Do you know what kookaburras are? They're so
I
cool.
I saw them, but I don't actually. Are they? What are they exactly? Like, are they a rodent or what are they?
It's a bird, you know, I'm a crazy bird lady.
Oh, that okay.
The
See,
one that laughs, it goes, yeah, I'm not going to do it, but
no, I'm just not going to know what you're talking about unless you do the laugh.
no, let me see if I can YouTube a video for you. But they got the best laugh, and like while Ray was kissing the coyote or the dingo, my husband and I sat in front of the kookaburras, and he was playing YouTube videos of their laugh, and they get all territorial. Um,
Oh, that's funny.
yeah, but they kind of laugh at you. They're so cute.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Well, I saw because you sent me that video of the kookaburra, I guess, trying to eat something. I thought what he was trying to all those things he's trying to eat. I thought those were kookaburras. What was he trying to eat?
Um,
That's awesome.
hopefully, there's a. Oh, that wasn't a very good one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but they make a really cool laugh.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Are
So
they
we
ever?
were playing these videos and they were going off. It was quite cute.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Are they everywhere or just in the wildlife park? Like, are they out and
Oh,
about?
they are wild. Yeah, we do have a few around the area. Since the major bushfires a few years ago, they all came into the city. So now you'll find them sort of within the city, but they're usually out in the bush. Yeah. But they're not too far from here. You can see them in the wild.
Oh,
Yeah.
that looks awesome.
They're beautiful.
Nice.
They're carnivores too. They eat meat.
Yeah. Well, and you were also speaking at the big meetup there in Melbourne, weren't you?
Yeah, Carnivore Live. So there were about 200 people. I got up on stage, my carnivore courage. It was frightening as all, but anyway, I managed. I got up there and did my little speech and just talked about my story and how I found carnivore and what I've healed and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was really good. I got a lot of compliments. They all said, "Oh, it looks like you've done this before." I'm like, "No, first time." So I mustn't have done too bad. Yeah. But that was good. It was great to meet. I got to meet Dave Mack, awesome guy. Bradley Marshall, he's from Melbourne. He had like psoriasis and skin conditions from when he was a baby, and I cried when he spoke and showed photos and videos of how he's been. Carnivore Ray, he's such a funny guy. Like we loved him. Him and my husband, like I felt like the third wheel. Like they were like had a bromance going. The two of them, they were so cool. Yeah, and obviously Bella was there, and we met a few other people. A lot of yeah, a lot of people there from all over Australia came in. Dr. Kiltz came as well. He did a couple of presentations. So Yeah, it was nice to have a bit of a community here in Melbourne. So I've hooked up with a few little Melbourne carnivores, and I'm hoping to do some, lunches and things with them and have a bit of a community happening down here, because I do feel very alone. And I know a lot of people feel alone, especially when my tribe is all in America and I'm so far away here. There's not many carnivores here that I know. So I'm hoping that I can connect with some more and just have someone closer to home that we can, compare notes and share stories and products and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Well, well, you are going to be going to Hack Your Health in Florida here in the U.S. for anybody that wants to come and check you out there. And now you're a pro at speaking, so you're definitely going to knock it out of the park again. So
Oh,
that's
that's going to be bigger than 200 people.
for sure. You guys
Yeah.
got to come check us out at Hack Your Health. It's going to be a good time and hang out with us. Also, we are doing a Montana meetup. I don't know if everybody in the chat knows, but we're doing a Montana meetup in Bozeman, Montana on the 4th and 5th of July here. So you can check out or you can check out the tickets at sbg.events and come hang out with us at the meetup. So that's going to be fun. This is the first SBG meetup ever, and it's got quite the packed list of presenters. Chafee's there, Bella's there, Baker's there, Kiltz is there, Lisa Wiederman's there. Let's see, who else am I missing? Oh, Carrie Mann's coming. Well, and Adam's coming, Adam Lacey, and Carnivore Ashley, and Brett, who's your Carnivore's coming. And I'm trying to think of everybody else. There's a bunch of people that are coming. It's gonna and I'm gonna be there because it's in my backyard. We're trying to get Lindy there, but
It's a
yeah,
little bit too soon, and I've got to save up because I'd like to do the Carnivore cruise after Hack Your Health as well. And it's just too much travel for me. So I can only do one or the other. And I think Florida is a little bit more in my time zone at the moment. But next year, I'll be there at
next
Montana.
year
Next
for
year.
sure. Yeah, we're gonna do it every year. It's a big fireworks 4th of July fireworks barbecue with everybody, and then the next day is a speaking engagement, and then we also have a VIP event that's a little fancier dinner with just capped at 50 people, so that everybody can have kind of a captive audience for Chafee and Baker and Bella and all the people that you might want to chat with. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I met most of these guests in Texas, and what you see on YouTube, they're very professional and stuff. But when you see them in real life, they're such cool dudes. Like, we had so much fun, so many laughs, and just to see everybody just mingle, and they're the most amazing group of people, and we just had so much fun. So I'm really envious. I'd love to be there, but I know you guys are going to have an amazing time. So
For
but just
sure.
the dinner itself is just worth its weight in gold, just to go and rub shoulders with all these guys and have photos and just talk to them like real people. And Dr. Baker's actually a funny dude. And got some great little one-liners and jokes, and you wouldn't think that from their videos because they're so professional and doctor-like. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. No, it is true though. And Hannah asks if there's plans to do another Australia meetup in 2026.
Oh, I think Melissa B, who organised the Adelaide and also the Melbourne event, has got quite a few up her sleeve, and I think she's talking about doing a retreat in Queensland. So that's exciting. So definitely going to be looking out for that one. And we also had a special guest, Pete Evans. I don't know if you know him. He actually, I think, did the Magic Pill documentary. He was a big celebrity chef here in Melbourne, and social media and all the. I think he was sort of promoting not carnivore, but sort of paleo and all this kind of stuff. And they basically black mark listed him and kicked him off his show. And he's now hibernating in Queensland and living off a farm, and it's all self regenerated. But he's mainly carnivore now, and he came along to the Carnivore Live, and it was lovely to see him. I got a photo with him as well. But I think, they're talking about maybe having on his property. So that'll be exciting if that goes ahead. I definitely want to sign up for that one.
That's awesome. Oh, and Pookie Roo has a question for you. He says, "What do you both eat in a day, and what's a typical, I guess, day of eating and exercise?" You want to go first, Lindy?
Yeah, I'm mainly line diet. Occasionally, I'll have a couple of egg yolks, but I just stick to beef and lamb, ruminant animals, only because I feel my best on them. I don't like pork; it makes me feel sick, and I don't really like chicken because I'm a crazy bird lady. I love my parrots, and I feel guilty eating birds, and I feel hungry afterwards, so it doesn't really satiate me. So definitely just eat meat when I'm hungry, which is not a lot. I have a lap band restriction, so I have to eat little bits. I do a lot of dried jerky in my dehydrator, so I kind of nibble on that. Occasionally, I'll do like just the raw eggs, and I might dip my steak bits in that. And if I need extra fat, I normally do tallow, and sometimes I'll do a little bit of ghee, which I've just recently discovered, and I like that as well. But exercise-wise, pretty much non-existent at the moment. I just had surgery, and I'm only just. I think I'm cleared to go now. I have to check in with my doctor, but I should be good to start going. But you can see my rebounder at the back, and I've got a little walking pad next to that. That's kind of just as much as I can do. I might just every time I get up, I'll jump on there for 5 minutes and then come down here and sit down and start working again. But for the first 2.5 years, I didn't do any exercise. It was all diet. That's how I lost my weight. I was too sick and too sore and too big to be able to do exercise comfortably. And then even after losing so much weight, I had so much excess skin that it was difficult to move. I had 9 kilos of skin removed from my stomach, which was a great big flap in front of my legs. And every time you move, it was just flap around and it was painful. So now that I haven't got that, I'm looking forward to getting back and jumping on this and just seeing how I go without that excess skin there. So that's exciting.
That's awesome. Let's see. What do I eat in a day? Well, right now I can tell you exactly what I eat in a day. I'm eating 200 grams of protein, 300 grams of fat. And that's on the days that I am eating. I'm just starting fasting again, too. And I'm working into rolling 48s. And then I'm going to go into my 7-day fast that I do in the summer. Right now, that consists of, and look, if you're new at Carnivore, I know this is going to sound boring and restrictive, and you have to understand that this evolved. You don't have to do this. I lost over 200 pounds by not doing this. I just have found out over almost the last 3 years what makes me feel the best and what makes me run the best. And I'm so free from food cravings that I now just look at food about I don't eat for like recreation anymore. I eat because I like to feel good, and I separate those two. And so anyways, I'm eating 400 grams of ground beef right now with 40 egg yolks without the egg whites, and I ate 1 can of cod livers. And then I've really been enjoying these carnivore bars. Like right now I'm feeling peckish, so I'm eating these carnivore bars quite frequently. What sucks is a habit to get into because they're a little bit pricey, but man, do they taste good, and they just give me so much energy. And my brother's having great success because he's got MS, and it's really easy to get high fat in with the carnivore bars, and they go a long way. So I've really been enjoying those lately. But yeah, so that's what I've been eating, and then exercising on a day-to-day. So I've been working hard to heal up my lymphatic system for really the last year and a half. I've been really working hard on specifically targeting my lymphatic system. And so I do Wim Hof breathing in the morning when I first get up. And then I do my shake plate, my Life Pro shake plate for 10 minutes on my feet. And then I do 5 minutes on my arm. And that's all, the Wim Hof breathing and the shake plate is to open up, my lymphatic system and lymph nodes in my legs, my arms, and my thoracic ducts in my arms. and in my waist so that I can move some lymphatic fluid. And then I get on the rebounder and I do 100 calf raises, and I do 10 sets of those. And then I get on the exercise bike for a little bit, and I do exercise sprints. And then I pinched my sciatic nerve by, I think, overlifting, squatting too much weight while being inflamed from an oxalate dump. So I've been kind of doing some physical therapy for my back. But really, I don't even know that any of that's true. I don't really know how my sciatic nerve got bent or pinched. I think it's just from carrying all that weight for so long. My spine was in a bad position, and I think my body's healing and my posture's getting right. And the complications from your frame going back to where it needs to be, I think it's just been a little bit sore. But so I've been also doing some exercises uh, for this sciatic nerve that's doing me a whole lot of good. I'm really enjoying it because my back is so much better. My back is stronger. My core is stronger. My posture is better. My shoulders are back now. I'm not slumped over all the time. So it's really helping out quite a bit. So I've been doing that a lot lately. But I want everybody to know that I didn't work out for the first like 280 pounds that I lost. I didn't really work out at all. I moved around a little bit and used the shake plate, just sat my feet on it. But I'm not working out because to lose weight. I'm not forcing myself to work out to lose weight. I'm working out now because I feel so good and I have done so much healing that it feels really good to move. And so I'm craving it. And, the fact of the matter is, if there was ever a testimony, well, here, I'll just put it up. If there was ever a testimony to Carnivore, it's the fact that, 30 months ago, I was dying. I couldn't even get out of a chair. And now I felt so good. I built the gym, and it's my favorite thing to do now, which is, completely silly, but is to go work out in my gym every day. This is my favorite little spot to go be in because every time I go in there, it relieves stress and my body gets healthier and stronger, and just keeps me super focused. So, but you do not have to exercise to heal up on Carnivore. That's the diet heals you up. This is just a bonus that you get to do when your body's healthy. You want to go move and you want to do these things because you just feel better and better. So,
Hmm.
all right.
And yeah, it's a real thing. This since having my skin removal, my center of gravity is off balance because I was overcompensating having the weight in front of me. Now that it's not there, I feel really light and I'm totally off balance. It's like my center of gravity is completely off. So now I'm having to stand differently to compensate, which is now putting pressure on muscles that haven't worked in a while. So I'm getting like pains in the back and then my hips hurting, and because I'm having to readjust myself so I'm standing straighter now and not leaning forward anymore. So it's funny how your body changes as well, and then you develop these other pains. And until I get used to the new way my body is, it is a real thing, isn't it? Just trying to relearn your body and.
Oh, for sure. It's a
Mm.
huge thing. Do you feel like your posture and the way you carry yourself, just like your frame, do you feel like it's straightening up?
Yeah, it is, but I've lacked the confidence because I topple very easily because I'm not used to standing up straight. I feel really light on my feet, and then I go to lift my leg, and I'm like, whoa, because
Right.
I don't have that weight in the front anymore to ground me. And so I find that I've nearly toppled backwards a few times. So when we go out, I'm always holding my husband's hand now just for support because I feel a little bit off balance. Yeah, but I'm sure I'll get used to that as things strengthen up. But I'm definitely standing a lot
For sure.
straighter and that. Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
How's it
Everybody go check out Bill Knott's channel if you guys don't already know him. Bill's doing fantastic. Hey, guess what? I found out on Thursday Bill Knott is coming to Hack Your Health.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're all gonna get to meet Bill in
yeah, I should be
Florida.
there too, Bill. So yeah, that'll be awesome. Love to meet you.
For sure. Can't wait to see you, Bill.
Yeah,
He's doing so well. That's awesome.
all the cool kids will be together.
For
Get
sure.
Michael on board soon. So yeah.
That's awesome. Uh, let's see. Pukiru says my B12 is high. Is that a concern? To be honest with you, I don't know. I said I wouldn't think so, but I do think that somebody said, I don't know, you're gonna have to ask one of the carnivore doctors about that. I don't know what would cause high B12 or how concerning that is. I'm just not sure, to be honest with you, but I would check in on it. It's probably worth at least a good Google search to see for sure.
Can join Steak and Butter Gang. They've got like the free forum if you don't want to join the challenge, and just post a comment in there for Dr. Phil. He's pretty cluey with all that and can help guide and just let you know.
Oh, there we go. And Coach Alyssa just said high B12 is normal on carnivore. So there you go. You got it right there. This is why. And Alyssa is one of the coaches in SBG. Another reason to go check it out. See right there. Coach Alyssa's on it. So that's awesome. Todd, you introduced me to canned cod livers. I'm sorry. Maybe, or I don't know. I like them. I don't, I think they're pretty good. And man, getting that huge dose of, omega-3 every day, it really does help my inflammation. It's, because I got this pinched nerve causing some inflammation in my back. And it's, that helps a ton.
God, when I search for canned cod livers, I come up with cat food on my
They're not far. They're not far off, Lindy. They're just you guys are just more civilized in Australia. I don't know.
You'll have to buy me a can when I come over, and we'll give it a try.
I don't know why I don't have a green screen on, but this is all getting color weirded out. But this is cod livers and their own oil produced from fresh Iceland cod liver. What is the brand? Yeah. I don't know what the brand is of this, but I just get them on Amazon. They're in the yellow can, believe it or not. That's a yellow can with red writing. Say that 3 times real fast. I didn't know that was going to be a tongue twister.
Yeah, I just Googled on our local department stores, and they're just like, no, cat food comes up. So we don't. But if I'll try Amazon, but I'd like to try one tin.
There's Dr. Phil says he's speaking of, Dr. Phil said nope.
Sorry.
not a hard one. And then let's see, Bill. It's going to be so fun to see him hang out with Bill in Alaska. I wish you were going on the cruise with us, Bill. It'd be fun to hang out for a while and just kind of socialize. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. But there we go. Man, it's a quiet crowd tonight. People, you got to get your questions in. We're dragging on, and you guys still aren't putting any questions in. But yeah, and then I don't know. Let me know in the chat too if you guys are coming to the Montana meetup. In fact, I should pull that up so you can see the site. But let me put in the chat if you guys are coming to the Montana meetup. I would love to know if I'm going to see you there, because it's we're just super excited. It's such a fun panel, and it's going to be so great to hang out with you guys. This is more, we're trying to do this. I know there's tons of great meetups that are super fun. We're mainly just making this a social event because I think that's the funnest part we always have at these things is just hanging out and chatting and eating carnivore food and just, just having a good time. And so that's what we're looking forward to the most.
The fireworks sound pretty awesome as well. I've heard your stories about the fireworks. So.
The fireworks are definitely going to be awesome. So for any of you that don't know, we do, I sell fireworks in the summertime, and it's to pay for a fireworks display that we do. And it's just gotten huge over the years. And now it's just ginormous. And so, it's Bella and Max came and seen it last year. They said that it was bigger than the fireworks in Disneyland. So that was, that was good because we do get, we've gotten crazy over the years. This would be our, I think, 23rd year doing it. And it gets pretty monstrous. Share here. I'm going to put this up here. There you go. And this is the the Montana meetup, and already with this is the star-studded cast, but it's getting bigger and bigger every day. Like Lisa Wiederman's coming; she's not on there. Dr. Phil Smith is coming too. That's in the chat here, and Ashley and Brett, and I can't remember all the people that are coming, but we're getting more every day. So yeah, it'll be awesome. And there's the different event packages. So come and hang out with us for the 4th. It'll be a great time. And I was trying to stall and buy time to see if anybody's going to put questions in the chat here. There we go. Does Lindy take any vitamins with bariatric surgery? Go ahead, Lindy.
I only take folate and vitamin D because I'm deficient in both. So, but apart from anything else, I don't take anything. No.
I'm gonna let you take over for just a minute. I'll be right.
Yeah. Oh, where'd he go? Yeah, and I don't take any like electrolytes or anything. I don't really feel like I need them. So occasionally I do take. I've got amino acids here, and I take those occasionally. Sometimes if I feel a bit inflamed after I've had cheese or something, I find it helps get rid of the excess edema that I get from cheese. So that's sort of there as a backup. But that's all there. So, Sarah, you're going to Montana? Sounds awesome. I'd love to go, but it's a little bit too short notice for me because they were planning on just doing a really big one next year, and I'd sort of flagged for that one and said that I'd go to the Florida Hack Your Health, and then they sprung this on me, and it's like, oh, I can't afford it. But you hope you have a great time. You get to meet so many cool people. Porkiroo, any tips for hydration? I continue to struggle a little bit with it. Oh, swap sides. There you go.
No worries. I've bad timing, but I gotta run in about 5 minutes, but then I'll be right back in like 10 minutes. So Lindy's gonna be on her own for about 10 minutes.
Hang on, I need a wingman. Is there anyone in the chat that would love to come and join me? Alyssa,
sure.
Phil, Thomas. Let's post a link. Who wants to come and join me? Because I don't want to be left alone. So, posting the link. There we go. Anybody come on and have a chat with me? I would love some company because Todd's dumping me.
Oh, Alyssa said she'll pop on. There we go.
Oh, good. All right, cool. You're not allowed to leave until Alyssa comes on.
I gotta go meet Dwayne in 5 minutes, so I have to leave in 5 minutes. But no worries. I figured this might happen. There we go.
Oh, he's John.
I don't know, but we're gonna let him on. But he's trying to connect his devices. It could be.
Oh,
here Tom. We go. There we go. Thanks, John.
Oh, how are you?
Hey. Appreciate it, John. Thank you.
You can go now, Todd. I don't need you. I've got John.
We can hear you, John. All right. I'll be back in just a little bit. Doing fantastic. There's Alyssa.
We're going to have a party. See you tomorrow.
Yay. All right. I'll be back in 10 minutes. I'm so sorry, but I'll be right back.
No worries. Great to see you all. How are you? Oh, goodness.
Oh, I'm good. Do you hear an echo?
No. I feel.
Hey, I'm out walking. I hope that's okay.
Oh, absolutely. You're fine. And Thomas is trying to log in, but I can't see him yet. But how's everyone going?
Doing good.
Oh, there we go. There's Thomas. Hi, Thomas.
Yay, Thomas is here.
Hey.
So do you guys want to help me answer some questions? We've got Pookie
I'll try.
Sure, yeah. I can't read it, so.
Oh, any tips for hydration? I continue to struggle with it a bit. I don't drink much myself. I've had this bottle for like 3 days and I've only just finished drinking it. So I've never been a big drinker. I just don't feel thirsty. So, yeah.
Well, I would say that you have to be careful to eat first, then hydrate. Because if you have trouble getting food in, especially you, Lindy, you can't let water compete as the volume that you're trying to get in. But I think the important thing is focus like you do with your eating, which is small portions frequently. When you have a lap band or if you had a gastric sleeve or anything like that. So that would be something I would recommend. I think too many people undereat because they drink a lot of fluid with their meals or right at the start of the meal. And it's better to wait until you eat your meal and then have lubrication or water after that, so you don't prematurely fill up. So that's my tip today.
Yeah, because they constantly say drink 8 glasses of water or something. I know Weight Watchers says that, and my mum was always, you need to drink your water, but I've never felt thirsty. And I know there's quite a lot of water in the meat as well, so it's not like going without.
Plus, when you're burning fat, you're creating your liquid, you're generating water from the fat metabolism. So you don't need to drink as much. People forget that.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
and I don't know what situation Pookie-Roo is in, but I think that we hydrate better if we have water throughout the day and not just, skip water and then suddenly chug a whole, few liters. You're not going to hydrate very well that way. So if you're struggling to get any water in at any point, maybe set a timer. There's also some really great apps that'll help you, you'll get to set your goal for how much water you want to have that day, and it'll set send you a reminder or some kind of little chime like, oh, time to drink a little bit of water. And even if it's just a few sips, throughout the day, at least you're getting more hydration. And if you're feeling dehydrated, that should help.
Okay. And Thomas, you got a question. Todd, where were you today? I was looking for you during my life.
I was just making a joke.
Because we were in open chat. I think you were there too.
It was before open chat. But
Oh, I see. Yeah. AP, do you think teenagers who are carnivore need dairy for calcium for their bones because they are still growing?
Great question.
I would say that everything that teenagers need to grow is in the meat. So you eating good muscle meat, you're getting everything, because the building blocks that teenagers need are protein and essential fatty acids, and you should be getting plenty of those in your diet. It's just that kids eat a lot more than adults do in their teenage years.
And they're probably more active. They could probably get away with eating a little bit more dairy, whereas for us who are older, I know dairy stalls me and causes inflammation, so I stay away from it. I don't need it. But teenagers, they may benefit, with the extra dairy just for something different, bit of variety for them. But yeah.
And actually we get calcium from our food too, and especially if we cook the meat on the bone, we're going to get significantly more calcium that way.
From that.
Yeah, I was going to say I get extra calcium from gnawing on chicken bones and beef bones through my whole sardines, and I also, when I make scrambled eggs, I'll take at least one eggshell and smash it in the pan and fry it in the ghee before I put the eggs in, and it reminds me of popcorn.
Wow.
That sounds cool.
And there's a lot of people that are grinding their eggshells now. I've heard of that, and then they just sprinkle that on their meat or whatever.
Some people put it in their coffee, actually, from what I hear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't.
They grind it up and they mix it in with the coffee grounds.
Okay, cool. I hope that helps.
Haven't done that yet, but that's what I heard people do.
Hi, Minu. Are you thinking about doing this meetup every year? The one in Montana, I'm not sure. I'll have to ask Todd when he comes back. But I think I know he's definitely doing one next year. I think it'll be a lot bigger next year, but it's still going to be pretty cool this year as well. So, hi, Mum P. Has anyone figured out how to lessen the turkey neck wrinkles from weight loss? I'd love to know too.
Well, I have a beard. Just kidding.
Yeah, struggle with that one, but yeah, look, loose skin, it's a big issue for me. Obviously, I've lost 500 pounds and I've still got a lot more to lose, and my the skin is, yeah, it's a big issue, but I just wear it as a badge of honor. It reminds me of where I've been, and I'm proud of myself for losing the weight, and I didn't think I would. Like, I got to a very bad state, you know, for whatever reason. Like, there's a lot of reasons why that happened, but I'm proud that I actually battled that. I got through it. Still on my journey. I still have a lot of weight to lose, and whatever happens, happens. If I have loose skin, I don't care, as long as I can keep up with my family, be here for my family, be an inspiration for my kids, you know, be here for my husband. That's all that matters to me. I mean, I'm still the same person on the inside. I can, you know, cover up a bit of loose skin with my clothes. I don't want the bikini bod, and, you know, no one sees what's underneath. I don't care. So I just have to refocus. It's, to me, it's not about vanity. I did have skin removal on my stomach because it was impacting my life. I couldn't walk around with all that skin in front of my legs. It was, my feet were going to sleep because it was cutting off the circulation in my legs. So that was becoming a bit of a big issue for me. But for the rest of my body, you know, it is what it is. I can still function. You know, it's just part of getting older as well. I think everything breaks down. So that's my take on it. Anyone else want to share there?
I wish I knew.
It's part of the character.
Well, I think autophagy, you know, with fasting, and I'm sure Phil has a physiological explanation for that.
Well, of course I do, but my friends in the plastic surgery industry don't want to give those tips away.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't realize that they can promote autophagy just by doing intermittent fasting, which is eating 2 meals a day and fasting for like 16 to 17 hours a day. And everyone thinks you have to do a lot of fasting. And if you just do 2 MADs and follow it, and just work on bringing the weight down slowly, you know, a lot of people won't develop the turkey necks because of autophagy. But if you get to that point of no return, like Lindy did with her abdominal, you know, rapid loss of abdominal adipose tissue, it's a little late for autophagy to kick in. So I think people that have only a little weight to lose are probably the ones that will have the best outcomes with the autophagy, because they can keep the autophagy up. And I want to compare that to people that use GLP-1s, and they lose weight loss and they lose supporting musculature, and they actually get a worse result because they're losing lean body mass as well, and so they're losing definition. So you'll notice that often they do not look as well as people who have lost weight on carnivore. So those are my thoughts, and probably have some haters from that comment, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, autophagy only helped so much, but I definitely went past that, and it does take a long time. But yeah, I just, you know, it's just part of life, and yeah, just own it and be proud of yourself. As long as you feel healthy and great, it's just looks. Lindy, what current goal is next for you? And same for Todd. Todd will have to respond later. Mine is just, just continue thriving. I just want to, as I said, be here for my kids. I want to be the best version of myself. As you know, I went to Carnivore Live and I got up and spoke and shared my story in front of 200 people. And my next goal is to share my story at Hack Your Health and just continue on my journey, getting to closer to my goal. I don't have a goal weight, but I just want to continue looking better, continue thriving, traveling a little bit, and just finding my confidence and my voice. I've always been very shy and very, I love you guys for jumping on today and rescuing me. I freaked out when Todd says, I've got to go for 10 minutes. No, stream down. I'm not doing this by myself. But for you guys to jump on and support me, I love you guys. This community is fantastic. And, here I am hosting my own little show. This is not Lindy, the little shy kid, and I love this is part of my healing journey. Finding Lindy again, because I lost myself a long time ago and I'm still struggling to find that Lindy and find my voice and share my story and I just love this whole adventure and stepping out of that comfort zone that I've been trapped in and housebound and prisoner in my home, and every day I'm just notching at those walls and I'm coming out. And I look forward to seeing what another 5 years will bring and where I'll be in 5 years. I'm excited for it, and that's something that I've never been. So that's my goal.
Well, I agree with Tim here. Lindy, you are incredible. So I do agree with him on that one. So you are.
I agree.
And I have to say that you and Todd have been a great inspiration to me and watching you on your journey to health.
Thank you. Do you guys want to share your goals as well? Because, we're all special and we've all got our stories. So I'd love to hear what your goals are for the next year or so. Do you want to go first, John, since you're next to me?
My goal is to, I don't know if you can see this.
Mm-hmm.
Since I found out last June that my brother had a return of his cancer, he's since passed away, but since I heard that his cancer returned, I've gained 6 inches in girth. So my goal is to get rid of that, to fit back into the pants I was able to buy after I had lost weight since being on Carnivore for about 7 months. I got down to my high school waist size and bought a whole new wardrobe. It doesn't fit now. So I want to get back into that wardrobe.
Yeah. Great goal. How about you, Alyssa?
My goal is to just continue healing, to actually go get some more blood work done and be able to say that I'm 100% in full remission from lupus, and also to get strong again, because before Carnivore I was very physically, I was very strong and I loved feeling strong. I loved, if I needed to go pick something up, I could pick it up. If I had to carry 3 kids somewhere, I had them in my arms. I felt like, Wonder Woman. And of course, being sick for a couple of years and being, bedridden, I lost a lot of that strength. So I've been working my way up to getting strong again. I'm feeling so much stronger than I have in a long time, but I want to just continue that. I want to feel like Wonder Woman again. And I think I can.
Oh, well, you've changed so much in the last year that, you've been on with SBG. You never had your camera on. You were very shy. And we met in Texas and you were so shy there. And now look at you. You're like me, you're on YouTube and sharing your story. And you're just like a little butterfly. You've sort of come out of your cocoon and you're just thriving now. And it's so nice to see the transformation. So I'm proud of you guys. Hey, Thomas, how about you?
Well, it's pretty simple. Just want to keep on continuing to improve, and I put an emphasis on continuing because past 4 months have been incredible for me. And I mean, I've had some fallbacks, some lately and everything like that, but I'm still amazed by the improvements that have happened to me, including my A1C and everything. And I just know that the future's like looking bright for me. So.
Yeah. And you've got an amazing story too. So do check out Target Prime Rib. Thomas has got a great channel, and just watching you go down those stairs and go walking around and doing all these things with what you've been through. Yeah. That's been amazing. So
yeah, I got to put up some more videos. I'm kind of like laxing on that.
It takes a lot of effort, all the editing.
To tell you the truth, I think that's why I'm starting to do the lives, because I can kind of be a little lazy and just like, let people join me and
yeah. Oh, I haven't done a video for a while, and because I like the lives as well, because you're talking to people. Like when I talk to Michael and Todd, we're just like three buddies having a chin wag, and then you've got all these amazing people in the chat that drive the conversation, and it's sort of just more personal. Whereas
I think that's what I need to do. I need to bring some people more in, and then have kind of like a convo,
Yeah, good job. You're doing great. And Phil, how about you?
Yeah, I've been working on some projects that will probably be announced at the Montana meetup. So I'm just going to keep a tight lip right now, because if you're curious, then you'll hear it Montana. So we'll see you there.
Oh,
that's
exciting.
exciting.
I won't be in Montana, so I won't hear it.
Oh, can you stream us in when you announce so that we can watch? Like, it's a bit far from me. My car doesn't.
Me and Lindy won't be there.
Yeah, neither will I.
But I do have to dip out. But thank you so much for letting me join in the show for a little bit, and I'll see y'all soon.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah. All right. I think let's see if we've got some more questions. Let me see. Lindy. Hold up your amino bottle again. I think I have the same one in my cart. Yep, these are optimal aminos. There's also perfect aminos as well. I do find that they help with edema. They sort of help remove the fluid from my body if I'm feeling inflamed. And I just stumbled on that by accident. I took them and I didn't feel any different, except that I was going to the toilet a lot more throughout the day. Normally, I just retain all the fluid in my body. And then at nighttime, I'd get up like 4 or 5 times through the night and go to the toilet. And then I mentioned it to Todd and Raymond, and they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to the toilet throughout the day as well. And it kind of clicked. It was the aminos that was doing that. So, yeah, I didn't think they were working until I mentioned it to them, and they said, yeah, we're experiencing the same thing. So that's been very helpful. But the rebounder does the same thing. If I use the rebounder, I find I go to the toilet a lot more, and I think it's just that movement, getting the circulation going, and that helps with my edema, and the shake plate as well. So, yeah. What else have we got? When I first started, I had a water bottle in every room. So when I saw it, I would take a drink. It worked. That's for Bookie-roo for the hydration issues. Yeah. Eggshells. Yeah, there's a lot of recipes on YouTube. If you, I'm just trying to think who has got them. I think Anita from Ketogenic Woman, Rebecca Heichman, they bake their eggshells and they turn them into a crumb, and then you can sprinkle it on your food. So they say it's good for calcium, extra calcium. I haven't done it myself. Has anyone here tried it or not really?
I thought about trying it. I thought about trying it, but then I thought, well, I don't mind the crunch of eggshells in my eggs. So why not just cook the eggshells in the ghee before I cook my eggs? And like I said, it tastes like popcorn to me.
Right. Yeah, you over the crunch, I guess it's okay. Yeah.
My nonna used to put the eggshells in a tomato bed, like in the tomatoes on the soil, because it would stop the bugs from getting to her tomatoes and like strawberries and stuff like that. So that's where she used to put her eggshells. But I'd never heard of that one before. Yeah. Sorry, I should really put my glasses on. I'm straining to see all the comments. There we go. What can I do to quit burping? I eat eggs fried in butter for the first meal and a pound of ground beef for second meal. Some days I'll do 3/4 of a pound of roast or steak instead of the ground beef. I find I burp with eggs. I get like a sulfur type burp, and I think it's the egg whites that does that. But I don't. Do you have a scientific explanation for that, Phil? With the egg whites, have you? I think you're
Egg whites could very well be the culprit. So that would be the first place I would go to.
And what's that sulfur taste that you get when you do burp? Is that
Well, eggs have sulfur in them. That's why when they rot, they smell like rotten eggs. Is the sulfur? The smell of rotten eggs is sulfur. So there is sulfur.
It's not pleasant either.
So.
Yeah. So maybe try cutting out the whites and just having the yolks. I seem to do fine with the yolks, and I have them raw as well. I don't know, a lot of people cringe at that, but I have them raw and I dip my steak bits in them, and it's actually quite nice with a bit of salt. Oh, here's the man. We're doing all right without you. You can take the rest of the day off if you like.
Good deal. Sorry, guys. Man.
I want to mention on burping. I found that if I don't chew my meat enough, it causes me to burp quite a lot. So I try to masticate to mush whatever I can, but I don't really have to with carnivore. When I was eating the standard American diet, I did that for every meal. And that kind of helped me lose weight on the standard American diet. But I don't have to do that on carnivore for my meat to digest well. But it does cause gas if I don't masticate enough.
Yeah, maybe you're swallowing in a lot of air at the same time or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. There you go. Hopefully that helps you. Okay, I've stalled with 30 pounds to lose. I'm afraid if I start working out, I'll bulk up with all the protein. Any thoughts?
Well,
What kind of workout are you talking about?
Yeah,
Is there a problem there?
Yeah, it's like that's exactly what I was thinking. Like I think the more lean tissue you put on, that's a good thing. It definitely helps get you, helps get rid of that fat for sure. I'm definitely trying to bulk up as much as possible for sure.
Yeah, and remember your lean body mass does go up on carnivore. So you actually add to your skeleton weight, your muscle weight. And so there gets to be a point where if you're chasing the scale, you're doing yourself a disservice. Now, if you want to lose visceral fat in the abdomen, then you could follow the Sean O'Mara sprinting, which you can do on a stationary bike as well as running to get rid of visceral fat. That's the abdominal fat that some people want to lose in their belly. But I think when you get down to what you think is your ideal goal weight, sometimes you're chasing an imaginary goal because your body's actually getting structurally stronger. And what you think is your goal weight is really not what your body wants as its optimal weight.
Right. Your body knows different than what you know. It's
exactly.
And I'm thinking for myself, just answered the question. Kettlebell is what is the workout that they do. So
I love kettlebells. They are one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Hi, Charlie. Well, this seems to be a who's who of the SBG open chat, all at the same. Great information from such pleasant people. Wonderful to see everyone here. this is kind of the format of SBG Open Chat. It's just a whole lot of faces. People, we've got the beautiful team members and also, the community, and we just sit here and talk about all things carnivore and sometimes other conversations as well. But it's just a very low-key Q&A, motivational chat. And yeah, it's just very, very lighthearted. It does feel like an open chat. So yeah. Do you want to take over, Todd?
What's that?
Would you like to take over?
Sure. Thank you guys. Thank you for covering for me. I was not expecting to have to run today, but life was weird today. But yeah, so how's everybody doing? I appreciate you guys all covering for me. That was awesome. You guys all got Lindy's SOS.
Yeah. You're
Just think
welcome.
how special you are, Todd. Takes 4 people to cover you.
If only that were, well, at least in cubic inches. At least in cubic inches for sure. Man, where it looks super sunny where you're at, Phil. Where did you say you were?
In Jacksonville Beach, Florida, for 3
nice.
weeks.
That looks nice
Oh,
out there.
sounds nice.
It's beautiful.
So anyway, I'll share a little bit. My wife is going through a 3-week program at Mayo for fibromyalgia, and it is very interesting program that they've been running for 50 years, and really dealing with the difference between acute illness and chronic illness. And I have learned a lot at the sessions I've been able to go to, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. Some of the latest cutting edge stuff that I'm learning, and hoping to share some of it in the future. But it certainly has been a paradigm shift for me as a retired medical doctor who likes to look at things from a acute, you got something wrong, you go to the doctor, they fix it, and then you go back to your life, versus things that you're going to live with for the rest of your life. And I really appreciated what Lindy said about she's not here to get a bikini bod, she's here to live the fullest life that she wants to live. And that's the kind of thinking you have to have when you successfully go from fix it all thinking to how can I live the best possible life I can live. And I think it's a great attitude. And I had to die when the head of the clinic up here said, I really don't care what your problem is, but your feelings don't matter. We're going to get you better, but your feelings don't matter. And it sounds a little harsh, but the whole point was you got to not let your feelings run your day. You make the most of every day, you move forward with your plan, you follow your plan, you work your plan, and you set reasonable expectations of what you hope to achieve. And we all talked about goals a little bit, Todd. So the question was, what's your next goal that you want for yourself in life?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Right now, I'm just, I would have said something different until I had this pinched sciatic nerve. Right now, my goal is to get rid of this pain, and so I can sleep and just health, and just being, that's literally everything I've been doing in the gym. That's somebody asked here if kettlebells or kettlebells, if they're better than normal rates. The reason why I like the kettlebells is because I bought all the weight stuff to focus on big arms and big chest and all these things. But what I'm finding is that in reality, what's way more important to me now is using the kettlebells and doing like the Turkish get-ups and doing the kettlebell swings, because it's giving me more agility and it's giving me more mobility, and it's just making me healthier. It's not, I don't look a whole lot better, but I have so much more life in me now that I can move, and that's far more important. So, I just want to see how much of all this stuff Carnivore can reverse and how much this stuff can, how much better my health can get, because it's been bad for so long. And even as I'm healing up and this weight is coming off, I'm looking at my body and seeing that I got a lot of work to do. So I have to prioritize it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so right now the priority is my skeleton, because my chiropractor said my spine was going in the wrong direction. And what's crazy is that I've been working on that, doing physical therapy twice a day to get my spine going in the right direction. And it's amazing. I didn't realize how much a pinched nerve could affect like your energy. I was very weak, especially on the left side from that pinched nerve. I lost a lot of strength on that left side. It was causing a lot of fatigue. I could not recover from workouts. Everything was just miserable. So right now, having this pain get a lot better and this nerve being relieved and getting that strength back, it's worth is way more than losing weight and looking skinnier. Feeling good, getting out of that pain and feeling stronger is worth way more.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, we're rooting for you.
Appreciate it so much. And we had a question for you, Phil. Where did that just go? Oh, here we go. Jeanette asked, with your wife's fibromyalgia, does she use low dose LDN nitroxyladone?
Yeah. So the whole focus of this program is to get you off all medications. It's a medication-free program. It's all lifestyle management. So thanks for asking that question, because fortunately my wife has not had anything that she's had to remove, but a lot of people do. So I think my ultimate goal in life is to be medication free as much as possible in all areas of my life. The only thing I am now taking, and I haven't done a video yet to update people, but I took a trial of a statin for the purpose of seeing if it did anything to regress a lesion I have in one of my coronary arteries. And it actually brought my insulin resistance back. So after 90 days, so I had to stop it, which I did about 6 weeks ago. And it's kind of an interesting phenomenon. So the only thing I'm taking right now is my thyroid replacement. And I've had a underactive thyroid since 2001 when I had my heart infection. And I'm off everything else. And it's interesting because my insurance company is bugging me to death that I didn't pick up a refill for this prescription I'm not taking. And the doctor knows, the pharmacist knows. I told the drug company, the pharmaceutical company, the pharmacy benefit management plan, and they still hound you. So it's really interesting, the drug behavior that's actually promoted from our very health system that should be focused on keeping us well, and instead is focused on keeping us medicated, which is a really interesting tell, as we say.
That is a fact. Dare I say, follow the money.
Yeah, my wife said, why would they want, I mean, they're covering the medicine. Why would they want you to be taking it? And I said, because they get incentives from the federal government for everybody that takes these drugs. And it's actually, you get the behavior that you incentivize. And that's why I love what Lindy said, because what are your incentives? Are your incentives to be in that next lower size of pants or dress, or is it to be healthy? And I think we sometimes fall to societal pressure, government pressure, pharmaceutical pressure, doctor pressure to do things, society, neighbors, friends, and family pressure to do things that aren't in our best interest. So I love that we have a community where we work together for everyone to benefit from the collective crowdsourcing of our health. And I think that's a good thing.
Mm.
A lot to learn, I think, in that type of community because, there's so much to push all that stuff. I just find that there's so much fear also being pushed and people get just gripped by it,
Yeah.
Because there's so much. It's made to be so complicated that how is just a layman person like me supposed to navigate it without an alternative community that you've seen, because otherwise you're just gripped by fear mongering, and doom, and the only reason why I had an awakening was just because I'd watched Dad and Ty do everything they're supposed to do and it didn't save them, just made everything worse,
Yeah. It's really hard when you've lost loved ones to standards that may not have been the best in their best interest, but it's so entrenched in everything we do. It's going to take a lot to change systems.
It is, and especially if we keep pushing the narrative that weight equals good or bad health, depending, low weight equals good health and high weight equals bad health. It just is so screwed up.
Well, I wouldn't even put it at weight. I would just say the whole idea that because we see a lot of people that are underweight who come to Carnivore and they literally heal so many diseases by getting to a healthier weight.
Yeah.
And it's, even with COVID, they made such a big deal about obesity being a risk factor for COVID. And because they didn't want to say it was due to all the insulin resistance that caused the obesity in the first place.
Yeah.
And obesity is a good marker of what we need to be doing next. But we need to look at what is the cause and not the downstream effect, and spend so much time treating the downstream, and we need to get back to the root cause. And
right,
the root cause is getting good metabolic health.
Yeah, because obesity is really just a symptom of the insulin resistance and the poor metabolic health. It's not the cause, right?
Well, it's one. I mean, I would say your lipedema, your lymphedema, your poor metabolic health. There's some hereditary factors there, and there's overeating syndromes where people have lectin deficiencies and just can't literally stop eating. But yeah, I would say 80% of obesity in the United States is due to our diet.
Yeah. Yep. And there's, and that the reason why I was saying that is because we see so many people that just want to lose weight because they think that addressing the weight, even if it means starving or whatever, and restricting is going to heal them of all these things. But starving yourself doesn't heal insulin resistance. No. Starving yourself doesn't heal metabolic disease.
Correct.
Yeah. And so that's all that I was saying is there's this push that says that if you get the weight off by restriction, then you're going to be healthy. And there's I haven't seen it. When I lost 300 pounds twice before and I wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
I wasn't healthy at all.
Yeah. And that's the greatest reason that losing weight should not be the sole goal. The goal should be to get metabolically healthy. and to heal what needs to be healed. And it was interesting at Mayo, they said, oh, we get so many people come in and they're worried about this mitochondrial test and that mitochondrial test and all these supplements. And he said, you know, quit it. You just need to get your body healthy and quit worrying about all this micromanagement of lab tests. And he said exactly what I've been telling people for years. The more times you do blood tests, the more confused you'll get by the blood test, because even normal people have abnormal blood tests, and then you start chasing the blood test. So I love their attitude up here, and so it's really good to hear that there are other people that think this way.
Yeah, that's good. And don't you feel like there's a little bit of a shift now going in that direction? Like there's
it's an uphill battle though, Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still
But
a lot to
I think we still got a lot of work to do. But the next 5 years, you know, Bill Gates said back in 1990, we always overestimate what's going to happen in the next 2 years, and we underestimate what's going to happen in the next 20 years.
Mm.
And I think that proves true so many times, that we're going to look back at this Montana meetup and say, wow, this was the first time SBG ever did a meetup. And to be part of this and to see what's going to come out of that, why would you want to miss that? Because of what will happen 20 years later as a result of a bunch of us meeting up. So if you have FOMO, this is one you don't want to miss.
For sure. Definitely come check that out, because I don't know, I think this is going to be a lot different than some of the other meetups. This is literally just it is the first SBG meetup, but it's also you know, it's really just a community meetup. This isn't about a bunch of experts and speakers. This really is, we're trying to grow a community, in-person meetups that we're going to be doing more frequently, but it really is symbolic of what we see in SBG every day, that so many people are seeing the change, you know, and just changing their lives is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
But,
well, how late do you all go? Because I'm starting to
no worries.
Bugs fly in my eyes. So
we're gonna go for 15 more minutes, but I appreciate it so much. Phil.
See y'all. Take care.
See you, Phil. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye all. Eat more meat, guys.
Thanks. See you, Phil.
See ya.
I got a serious question here. They want to know if Todd does yoga. I don't anymore, but I do wear the pants. So just they're so comfy. Let's see here. And Tim says, what is the time frame for oxalate dumping? I know John's got information on this. What do you think, John?
Yes, there we go.
I have no time frame. It just goes on and on and on. I had to brew and drink a cup of black tea today because my shoulders were really sore this last night and this morning. And it's amazing that when it's definitely oxalate dumping, the pain goes away within an hour.
Yep. Isn't it crazy how fast that you can, like, when you know, like the T test is like the best way to absolutely prove that it's oxalate dumping, because it's so immediate that you get relief from it, you know? So yeah, absolutely incredible. For me, this is the third oxalate dump that I've gone through. The first two only lasted like a week or 10 days. This one has lasted, there's a little traces of it left, and I'm almost over it. But I mean, realistically, the worst part lasted over 3 months. And it was not a bit fun, to be honest with you. And then John's out at me here. You weren't supposed to tell everybody about the ballet classes, John.
I think Michael's got a picture of you in fishnet somewhere, hasn't he?
Right? He does.
Like
Hey, you guys got to do what a guy's got to do. It's a rough economy out here, Thomas. Oh, no worries, no worries. It's just I think it's a good thing. That's what I was saying today on the nerve problem. I think it's a good thing. I really do think that most of it's just coming because my skeleton is changing, like my frame is changing, and my muscles, now that I'm working out, I think they're putting me back to where I was, where I used to have all this weight pulling on me. I don't have that anymore. So, I mean, when you get that big, it really is a deformity, and my body's healing and squaring everything back up, and that includes my spine. And healing ain't always easy. So, let's see here. Let's see. I'm looking for anything in the chat that we're missing. Oh, we missed this one for Phil. We'll ask him next time. I will ask him that, and I will bring that back to you guys. Exactly. You knew what I was talking about. Wearing yoga pants to half the battle. Absolutely. They are comfy. You just got to keep them out of the unmentionables. They'll ride up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, we stumped John for sure. Oh, let's see. How long can it take to reverse insulin resistance? Well,
I don't think there's a certain date, but like just keep on going.
For sure.
You're on the right track, so just keep on going.
Absolutely. And it can take time, but I don't know, you know too, Thomas, better than anybody, but it takes, every day it's getting better, right?
Every day. I mean, right now, and this is with my cold. It's at 121 right now. So that's with the flu.
That's awesome.
So.
Oh boy, here we go. LM's got big questions. Colonoscopy schedule soon. Is there a prep going to screw up my gut
microbes? Any suggestions?
Microbes, any suggestions?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Stuff like sugar-based, that stuff they make you drink.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what Phil said, because he had one recently. Alyssa would.
I haven't had a colonoscopy yet, believe it or not. So
when I had mine, I followed it up with some home fermented kefir and some home fermented sauerkraut, because I figure it may not have really messed it up, but I'm sure it flushed most of it out.
Like a counteract, kind of. Yeah.
Yes.
I got you. What is a normal glucose level, like A1C?
A normal A1C glucose level? You want to be anything like below 5.6.
Oh, okay. All right. But
so Carnivore Hercules is good now. But I would try to go lower if I could.
Okay. No, I was just curious because it's taken me 29 months to get to 5.4, and I don't know if it gets lower than that or no.
I've heard people like 4.7, so yeah, it does get lower.
So I got more work to do then. So
and I'm at 7.6, so I'm still on my journey myself.
Yeah.
I just learned a lot about it. That's all.
That's awesome. LM says not sugar-based, but it flushes everything. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never had a colonoscopy, but
okay.
I would say that when I do 7-day fast, it seems like my guts, my gut doesn't have any stomach acid or whatever, and it's got to rebuild it after not eating for 7 days. And it only takes like a day and a half to rebuild it. So I would think if you're not taking an antibiotic and you're not, and you're just flushing it, I wouldn't imagine that it'd be too hard to get your stomach bacteria and, stomach bile back. Oh no, Thomas has a cold now. I have to spray.
I have to spray
So that's funny.
I saw that, Charlie. You're pretty funny.
My blood sugar is 138 right now. I laugh over it because many while said BS. Like, wow, that's a high level of BS. But now blood sugar and my A1C is 6.6. Well, you're doing fantastic, Minnie. Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
How did the sick care system get it so wrong? Well, money. I think money is how it got so wrong. You know, I was thinking about this earlier. We were talking about the vaccines and stuff. Well, I said it online. There we go. Watch the lights go out right now. But you know, I think there was a time that it was to get people healthy, and then now with all the mRNA stuff, I really think that they're just pushing products, and they want people absolutely dependent on drugs. They want people to have to rent symptom relief. You know, they want to hook them on drugs, on the food, so that we'll eat it. You know, we'll get addicted to the food and eat their products. You know, I mean, the Matrix is real. You know, like I love the movie The Matrix because it shows us as just these little power, you know, these little batteries for the system. And I think that's what we are. We have a certain amount of value that we can, you know, that they can take from us. And, you know, the circuitry that they wire into us is to become dependent on both the drug supply of food and then the symptom supply of drugs. And that's what they want us in, because then we'll, you know, then they have us controlled, right? They don't want us just freely spending our time and money and health on things that we want to do that might not fit their plan. You know, if they can take all that, it keeps us, we work all of our life for the drugs that we're eating, and everything that we may save up, we spend for symptom relief so that we can, you know, supposedly not die, but it seems to always kill us. This did in my family. And it's pretty clear. They don't want healthy people. Healthy people don't take drugs and eat their products, and they can't get money out of us, and we're not manipulatable. We're not under a thumb, you know? They do not like this message at all. And it's very, very clear. I mean, that's why nobody is saying a word when 74% of the population is getting metabolically sick and disease-ridden, and everybody's just turning their head like it's not happening. If they were at all interested in actually healing people and healing disease instead of renting us symptom relief with drugs and fear mongering, you know, they would address it. But I mean, we're just people on the internet that have had to fight through our own sicknesses, and we see it. So why are the people that are really running the numbers on this, you know, the professionals, the science, why aren't they seeing it? Of course they see it. They just don't care. This is working out exactly like they wanted. And I am convinced of that. And no, I don't think that every doctor is doing it at that level, but the system that they work for and the ideology and the brainwashing that is put into our system, that's where it happens. I mean, they brainwashed all of us. I was certainly brainwashed for a long time, eating their food, going through their system, taking their drugs, you know, marching to the beat of their drum. And it was only because I seen enough people dying around me doing exactly what they told them to do, and they never got better. And it's just like, I always just equated to, like, if my brother and dad were cars and the doctors were the mechanic, I would never go to that damn mechanic. You know what I mean? Like, you'd fire him. You go, that's the worst damn mechanic I ever seen. You know, if our healthcare system was a business, they'd go out of business, right? There'd be something better would pop up, but they've turned it into this fear mongering without reproach. You can't even question it. You know, the science is settled. You're a conspiracy theorist if you question our shitty results that we're pumping out every day as we keep everybody hooked on drugs and getting sicker. You know, it's just like, it's so obvious now. But the uphill battle is there's so much down pressure because there's so much money and power to be gained by it, and we are trying to change the mind of the masses, and the masses are drug addicts and hooked on their product. And that's one of the bigger problems, is because we kind of got to unplug them from the matrix, and and to do that you got to convince them to stop taking their drugs, you know, that they all are hooked to. We were all hooked to, you know. So pretty crazy. There goes your YouTube channel because of the magic word. Yeah, exactly. Kiss it goodbye for sure. I'm sure it won't be long, but whatever.
It's always at risk, right?
Yep. The day before I went to the doctor to find out I had diabetes, I fainted. My blood sugar was somewhere in the 500s. Wowzer.
Yeah, that's pretty high. That's about how my blood sugar was when I first found out about my feet.
Wow.
It was around that range.
That is crazy. Let's see. Are we missing anything else? Yeah, exactly, Tim. Science by definition is never settled. No, it's not.
Yeah, I agree with your analogy, Todd, with the Matrix. I think carnivore sort of is like the Matrix. You know, our eyes are opened.
Right. I don't know if you watched my YouTube channel long enough, but when I first did this, my background was the green screen with the algorithm on it from the Matrix.
No, I have to go back in time to see something.
Yeah, the first ones, I always had the Matrix playing in the background because the algorithm, because that's what I really believe this is. They sit here and they pump it out, and the Matrix is propped up with Hollywood and all the movies and the commercials and the systems and all the processes to scare everybody and tell them it's wrong. But when you look at it, you got to wonder, why is it that eggs and ruminant animals and, you know, animal fat that everybody's getting healed on miraculously in carnivore is what they so vigorously go after and attack. I mean, cows are going to ruin the planet. They're enemy number one to our environment, and they're just coming after it. And chickens are just going to cause an epidemic of bird flu, and oh my gosh, and trans fat. Oh man, this is just terrible, and all this bull crap that they keep going through. And they're attacking the very things that we all know are actually healing us, right? And why would they do that if it wasn't an absolute designed attack to keep us dependent on what they're selling, to keep us in the Matrix? You know, they're absolutely doing that. And I mean, once you back up and you just look at it, you're like, oh, that's 100%. And I know that's why they sit here and coin the phrase about conspiracy theories. Well, I'll tell you what, they're not conspiracy theories when they're true. And when they keep coming true over and over and over again, they're just trying to shame people from being, aware enough of what's going on around them. And they try to use peer pressure and, public opinion to shame everybody into swallowing the lie, but it's like, yeah, this the last thing we need to be doing is marching to the tune of their beat, Let's see. Todd, Carnivore, be thankful you never had a colonoscopy. Imagine if you will, a cartoon elephant sneezing, and it's so powerful that at the end of the trunk is flipping and flopping in the freeze. Okay. I think it was, first of all, less fiber, I think, is your problem. I think you're building up a little bit of pressure.
You think?
I think so. Yeah, for sure. I believe so too. I mean, we give the doctors too much credit. We know where this is all coming from in the end, Let's see, do we get everything? Yeah, for sure. They want us drinking the Kool-Aid, absolutely. And absolutely agree. Appreciate it.
I think I hit the like button already, so
I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, well, and we're having a fantastic turnout, so we appreciate y'all coming. Let's see what the Rumble's doing tonight.
Anything for Lindy.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I wasn't planning on having an audible, but I got a phone call and I had to run real quick. But you guys
Thank you so much for jumping in. That's awesome. It's nice to have a chat with some different people and just, It was good. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. We appreciate you. Thanks, Thomas. Thanks, John, so much for helping us out today. And thank you all out there. We will see you next. Are we back on for Friday live streams now, Lindy?
I think so. I haven't confirmed with Bella. She's just got back from China, so I haven't caught up with her yet. So hopefully she's feeling well, but I think we should probably be doing one on Friday.
Yeah, so we should see you. Well, first of all, if you're an SBG, we'll see you tomorrow. And if not, we will see you on Friday and on Sunday and possibly another on Thursday and possibly on Wednesday, actually. So we got a lot of stuff going on. So stay tuned. We will see you guys. We love everybody, and we'll see you guys next time.
Godspeed.
Godspeed. We'll see you guys later.